CCC duo of Womberai Nende and Sanele Mukulani, who were abducted, tortured, dumped and left for dead, are now recovering at a private hospital in Harare as political tensions rise. Speaking from their hospital beds where they have been confined to for over 4 days, the two spoke about the pain and emotional trauma which burns in their minds and bodies owing to the torture at the hands of suspected agents of the state.
So the report was just order because the body was in pain. Every enters one which help got hospitalized, treated, but now I'm deteriorating, especially in chikafu because I've been eating properly, but now I'm don't take up chikafu. But initially keeping up with chikafu, the biggest hurdle is walking from the bed kind of toilet because we are draining a lot. So makumba has kushanda akanyika.
Padidi ndikangorara ndotofunduka, so I'm not sleeping very well. It's been 2 days without yasorara zviri, but I'm getting better and better.
Nende, who awaits swearing in as Glenora Ward 27 councillor, and his cousin Mukulani were abducted by men whom they believe to be state agents. According to the two, the abductors wanted information on alleged plans by Nelson Chamisa's parallel inauguration after a disputed election. The abductors also wanted information on why Chamisa had replaced party spokesperson Fadzai Mahere with Promise Mukwananzi.
Achisa magets. I want my gates kuva kumarare muno. But we took
Baisa magets acho pa macaps acho waya.
Baisa pa ni left leg randa kwararire. So aska magets samanzi. Angango magets ngogwina ngoshoka. Looking for information about the inauguration and Betraku. On Arkuba provinces, I think they had an idea that Chamisa is having a parallel inauguration. You know, so they asked me, what are you planning? Could you stop inauguration? The issue was around that inauguration. Then with the people power, the protest thing. So I think they slipped around to say who's on the ground who can be dealing with the issue of people power. I signing in picture, of which I'm not even aligned to you. Sandoz but they're inconsistent questioning. Like questioning, how do you ask me? More like they're saying it is intentionally putting someone who is militant. Something like that. So how do you even attach me to such a high level of decision? I'm just someone else. That could be Chamisa and so we're tortured. Very cruel guys. Sepulangwa, just a civilian car. It's not into politics. The intention was to get information, any kind of information around what we were planning, what the part was planning. And see what it is naked by the roadside. So we had almost 1.5 miles to naked. Tango to my cat box and go to go shit out. But mind you, Kamisa motor people actually think could be powerful or something.
Yeah.
So I know to put a motor at speed. She's trying at the other lane because they're on desperation on the place of the road channel, which is Chamisa, and then they would pass by to have someone on the remote team. So that's made my phone calls, my phone. And you know, good to know is a few numbers. And looking for someone that is strong to comment and made those calls, then came to pick us, but the slightest of report was just water.
Mugaja usazonyezu chakaitika chichi. What happened is kuti taka adopt to Norton Park. So we noticed those guys, they were full on us because by the time wakatanga kuti wakatanga kutunza all the movements that I did. So what happened is kuti tandaka paka opposite Selborne. Wangulika na wasika around 4. Then wachifika wakatanga kubuda mu GT6 Fortune and esina marriage number. Then the other guy from where kuside kuvandira ngabara simbi yefoot. Then the other 2 guys wakaenda kuna Hombe wakabata foot mmoja ngabara cups. So there were 3 guys who were foot. Then the other guys wangavari mukabuild wabuda akasara ari mota chine drive angari mufortune. So wangoti masungu, so they force us kubuda mumota, then vakatipinza mufortune, then vakatisa pakati kumashure. The other guy anga ari right kwahombe now was at the left side. Vakatotanga kutotema mota yedu patatili. Hapana mbotora some few seconds vatotofara nejacket. Then vakatanga kutoquestiona hombe vachimubvunza kuti handikuziva zvakasungirwa. Hombe to ask kuti chii zvikanzi muri kurongei. Vatanga kutaura zvepeople's power. Then hombe vatanga kuona kuti I'm not involved in people's power. Zvikanzi aiva akuti you are not involved. Then they started touching us ne taser gun for almost 2 hours. So kuti mota yaifamba also vachitoti ne taser. Okay, maybe mungati.
But the state being the state, you find they will come and victimize the victim further instead of investigating as to who then was coming after us. Because it's something ironic about the line of questioning those guys. But makanyana ndikufunga kuti narizwa nezviriitwa nehurumende ndikufanira kuita action makanyana mukuronge kundirova but udati udaita ngeuri kusame team name yet you are busy getting or maybe angari decoys, but they asked that for quite a long time, insisting where you trained. The last time you left Zimbabwe, I ended up on where I think the last time I left he said, there was a program at Luton and now you're being trained. They're paranoid, very much paranoid, because you can't have a gun, you have a taser, cuff me, you hold me throughout the journey from Harare to Mapinga, but you realize the time it took from Mapinga, it was rerouting and decoying. Katakazobva kupinda muroad, it was a different route altogether. Because you could takati dust route, tara, dust route, tara, takazopinda dust, vataenda. Because you can feel from the car. But apa takazongotravela nedust at high speed. Tiri mashure pick up. Tivakapinda mutara. But mupesa acho alifamba. Apa body yangu ari kutara. Angurongochema kunoshuko. Takanosvika mutara. Patanga kufamba tera mashure GT6 yakatadza kuti bata. Tasvika tikaburutswa motokari tikanzira arayi ndopa yakazosvika ikaflash. Ndikapfurira. Ndobva vati tichitarisa pasi. Simunga madhuwa akuti baba. Ndikosimuka motokari.
You didn't have number plates or anything?
Initially, vakatitora 4 from each vehicle. Belter, GT6. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. One flank because I was seated to right side. Sandela was on my left side. The other one was flanking me. When I was in cuffs, Sandela was not in cuffs. Then we covered the badge, so we didn't see anything. What I only recall was from where we were parked, the first turn we took was left. So I knew we were going to the western side. But yakazotanga kuita rerouting. Then itashika uku. Time mira nditi on our way. Tashika mira bwana. Ashika patakazoburutswa motokari. Anga pasisina belter. Ampani D4D silver. And now there were plenty of men. 2 of them did not beat us up. One of those 2 got by Jackson.
So how many were there in total?
Around 12.
Okay.
12. And all of them had a pattern sticks. So you pyro or you move. I don't know what one because she don't take focus. So I don't know to Tarisa because I have no cups. The visa him stubborn. I just don't know. Stubborn visa continuously. She go sana. Is wrong go rara wa guys buya. Chikuwa. Didn't realize information ya waida.
Pardon. Nanchiti maybe mngatiudza kama munaona wombera ende zvinango zvamunofunga kuti imimi makasanganisira munyaya. Wombera iri musukuru. And also I was part and parcel of the campaigning team ku 27. So I think do so hard parties.
Even as the 2 lie in a hospital bed, recounting the horror suffered in the hands of their abductors, they remain resolute and committed to serve the interests of their movement.
But we thank God we are strong. we remain strong. It's a fight against a dictatorship, especially a desperate one. So we expect anything beyond what has happened. And also now to our last weekend, people must be careful kunze huko. Because even their insistence on even coming after us till more. It tells a huge story around the system of continuous victimization from our opposition members.
That's the truth. Chawakatotadza nechikara saka vakatotisiya vatiri vapenyu. They had an announcement.
Chamisa paid a visit at the hospital where he had a chance to see his party members and expressed dismay at their abduction and torture, calling on the police to act and bring the perpetrators to account.
Well, I've just seen the two citizens who were thoroughly tortured upon their abduction and kidnapping. They reiterated to me the circumstances under which they were abducted. It's very unfortunate. I'm extremely concerned that people are being subjected to torture, terror on account of politics. It's clear that the people who were torturing them are people who are known, are people we must be able to trace, because I'm told that they're Christians, and I'm sure the state can do what is supposed to be done to be able to deal with these issues and to be able to deal with this challenge.
Or do you see them dealing with these guys?
Well, we are going to take this matter up with the relevant authorities, the police, to make sure that investigations are done. And of course, we are going to raise this issue internationally and also with the region to say this is unacceptable. After freedom of choice, we don't expect torture. People have just voted. It was a sham election, a disputed election, a flawed election. But beyond that, you torture people for what reason? And this is a serious issue. They were being tortured. The reason why they were being tortured is because they say we don't have information of what your Chamisa is doing. I don't do things Nicodemously or undercover. What we do openly, peacefully, constitutionally. And we have rights, and we'll exercise those rights within the confines of what is accepted in the law.
What does this mean? What does this mean in terms of the security of citizens?
The security and protection of citizens is a big issue. But what it also tells you is that it's clear that Mr. Mnangagwa does not have the consent of the people of Zimbabwe. You don't use force where there's love. You don't use coercion where you have persuaded people. It's clear that there is a clear position that we want this flawed election resounding at all levels. And that's why there's this kind of backlash. It's anger, it's bitterness that the people have decided, and the people want change. And that change is coming. These are the telltale signs of the darkest hour before dawn. A lot of people I know are agonizing, are worried. They've lost the confidence. But tell you what, change is coming. Freedom is coming. I know what I'm talking about. You can never stop an idea whose time has come. All these are manifestations of a challenge, but a challenge that is just coming before the celebration that is coming. Thank you.
As the opposition calls for action against those behind the abductions, the police were busy arresting the duo's lawyers for obstruction of justice. Lawyers David Kotat and Tapiwa Muchineripi are now being dragged in the courts in what lawyers have said is an affront to the justice delivery system.
Douglas Kotat and Tapiwa Muchineripi appeared in court this morning. They were granted bail in the sum of $100 each and were asked to come back to court on 20 October 2023 for a determination of the legality of their placement on remand.
What charges are they facing?
They are facing charges of obstructing or defeating the course of justice.
But you have issues with that. These are lawyers who were going about their duty.
Yes, what we basically placed before the court are complaints that their arrest amounts to a criminalization of the exercise of their profession they were in the course of carrying out their duties, and all they did was to convey advice that had been received from medical personnel about the medical condition of their clients and their ability to withstand police interviews. And because of that simple conveyance of information and representation of their clients, they've been arrested and are now placed on remand. That is a direct attack on the independence of the legal profession and is a move that is calculated at making lawyers fail to exercise their functions.
So what is the court ruling on the 20th of October?
The court will make a ruling on whether their arrest was lawful or not, and it will also receive a report on the complaints that were placed before it, particularly the one that relates to the attack on the legal profession.
The story of forced disappearances, torture, and the ultimate arrest of the victims have become a commonplace in Zimbabwe as political tensions climax, especially over disputed polls. The two join the long list of Justina Mkoko, abducted, tortured, and arrested, Joanna Mamombe, Cecilia Chimbiri, and Netsai Marova, suffered the same in the hands of the Harare regime. Itai Dzamara disappeared and never to be seen again. A story denied by state agents, but always leaving tears and wounds in the eyes and hearts of many. Reporting for HSTV News and Current Affairs, Gaddafi Wells.